Hello YouTube world, Pretend Farmer here. Not a real farmer, just pretending. Come on, I want to show you something.
I've never seen such determination. We got an empty nest box here. We've got an empty nest box here. We've got 3 or 4 chickens battling over this nest box here. And Miss Broody Hen is not going to give that up without a fight, because her eggs are going to be hatching probably tomorrow or the next day. And she can see the light at the end of her tunnel. She's very determined, and she is not going to have anybody messing up her show here.
Now later that afternoon, those chicks did start hatching out of their eggs, and as per tradition, Pretend Farmer decided to go buy some extra chicks and put under her so she could adopt them. It's the easiest way to raise chicks, because you don't need a heat lamp. The one you see running there is a speckled Sussex. We got 3 of those, and we also got 3 black Jersey Giants. And I'm excited because we've never had any Jersey Giants here on the Pretend Farm. Now they should all grow up to be pullets, and obviously this backfires sometimes because we know that's how Midnight got here. But these are all supposed to be pullets. They're going to grow up to be egg-laying hens. And then the chicks that are underneath of her that she's hatched so far, there's 3 of them. That means as of right now, she's raising up a total of 9 chicks that are alive and well. Now it seems like there's always a weak one in every clutch of eggs you hatch, and I'm afraid that one is that light-colored yellow one you see laying up against the 2x4 there for the nest box. She's not as strong as her 2 sisters. You can tell she's kind of struggling to walk a little bit. And so I'm hoping maybe she's just got a little cramp or something. Hopefully she doesn't have like a broken leg or anything like that. But if I think I need to separate her, that's what I'll do. Otherwise, I'm going to try and leave her with Mommy in hopes that maybe she will strengthen up and she will end up being just like her sisters that are all healthy and doing good. She can stand, and she's not that bad. So I'm thinking she'll probably end up being okay, but I have been disappointed before.
So Miss Mommy Chicken is taking care of her new babies. She's starting to show them how to eat and drink. She's raising them. She's kind of done setting on her clutch of eggs. And the problem with this is there is a couple that still have not hatched yet. Normally they'll continue to set on their eggs for a day or 2 after they initially start to hatch, just to make sure they've all busted out. For whatever reason, this go around, it's like a couple of them hatched. She took what she had and said, okay, let's go. And so with other chickens in the coop walking in and out of the nest boxes and these eggs laying in there that are halfway hatching, Pretend Farmer decided to get them out of there so that they weren't vulnerable. And we've created our own labor and delivery room here, and we got them under a heat lamp. So let me show you what we got here.
So as you can see, we have some eggs like this. You can see the beak moving. There's a chick in there that's a live chick, but she's just taking her time coming out of the shell. Or maybe his time. I don't know which one it is yet. Then we have other ones like this that have really made some progress, but they're just not quite ready to come out yet. And, you don't want to go ahead. It's very tempting to go ahead and take a chick like this where a lot of the shell is crumbled away and you can see her beak in there, see her breathing. Very tempting to go ahead and help a chick like this out of the shell. But I would encourage you not to do that for at least 24 hours. The reason I say that is because chicks draw nutrients from the yolk that's in the egg. And a lot of times they can still be pulling nutrients from that yolk that are going to be essential for their survival. And a lot of times some of them need a little bit more time to do that. They're just not ready to completely hatch out. And so that yolk will eventually separate from the chick and they can come on out of the egg. But what happens is if you go ahead and try and yank that chick out of the egg now while she might still be drawing from that yolk, a lot of times what happens is you can almost kind of rip that yolk cord out of the chick's stomach that it's feeding into, and they will instantly bleed to death and die. The Pretend Farmer, unfortunately, has killed chicks before like this on accident, just trying to give them a helping hand, and I ended up doing more harm than good. And so sometimes chicks will kind of get shrink wrapped in their eggshells, and they do need a little bit of help out, and you can help them out and they'll be fine. But this is very rare. In most cases, if the chick is not strong enough to get out of their egg on their own, they're not strong enough to survive once they're out of it.
Now that white lining that's under the shell is what can kind of stick to their skin and get them shrink wrapped. And sometimes when they get like this, they do need a little extra help. But even then, notice I'm not ripping her out of the egg. I'm just gradually peeling back tiny little corners until I feel like she's got enough that she can get out the rest of the way on her own.
And as you can see, we had 100% success with our remaining 4 eggs that were a little delayed. They all hatched out. I had to help one just a little bit. The other ones popped right out of their shell. And they're at the point now where I think I'm going to be able to take them in this evening and stick them under mommy hen. And everybody will be living together in harmony then.
Well, normally I'd advocate for waiting until dark and doing this at night, but I know this chicken pretty well, and she's been broody before. I know she's an excellent mommy chicken, so I just went ahead and I took the chicks out and just chucked them straight up in front of her, and as you can see, she readily accepted them. I mean, after all, they are her chicks anyway, just because they were separated from a little bit to finish hatching. They belong to her. I don't know if she knows that or not, but she had no problem adopting them. It sure is going to be fun watching these 13 chicks grow up under this broody hen here on the Pretend Farm. Be sure and stay tuned, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button.